We living off of nature, bro. Fuck work, fuck jobs, fuck my boss, fuck all that shit. We living free. We living free, man. Fuck that shit, man. I ain't never going to work again, bro. Fuck that shit, bro. I ain't worried about getting no apartment right now, none of that shit, bro. I'm living free. I'm living free. It's Planet Fitnesses you can walk your ass into, take a shower, all type of shit. As long as I got my guidance, I don't give a fuck about this shit, y'all. Trying to get y'all to see this bigger picture too. You feel what I'm saying? Look at this shit. See the watermelon, man. I'm outside with it. About to put this shit in some mason jars, go get some ice. Put this shit in the cooler. I got more fruit too. My guidance in the car, you know what I'm saying? Putting the berries and shit in the mason jar.
I understand life is difficult. We're living in a time with a high inflation. Jobs are few and far between, but it's really disheartening when I see young men, especially this gentleman here. He doesn't look to be even any older than 25 years old, and they already tapped out and given up on life, and said they want to live off the land. They're gonna live off Mother Nature. They don't need a job. They don't need a boss. Um, while all that sounds good in practice, we have to be in reality and understand that life is a game, and you're going to play the game whether you want to or not. So just wasting your youth on thinking that you're going to be able to rebel and be able to reject the system, I just don't understand it when you could take that same time and energy and learn how to win inside the game.
Just bought this knife from Walmart. And we about to go out to eat. We lit up. You hear what I was saying? Hey, now this is a good ass knife though, for real. Ain't even gonna lie. It should just cut right through.
He mentions using Planet Fitness, going out to eat. I see a car in the background. I see a knife in his hand. All these things are going to take money to maintain or to do. That's what I don't get with these Mother Earth. Again, we're going to live off, the motherland, go back to the motherland, and we don't need money, and we reject the capitalistic system. It's not realistic. It's just babble. It's just talk. And really, I think a lot of these guys are scared to face life. They scared to be warriors. They're scared to attack life. So they try to regress and say, I reject the system. I'm not going to participate when you don't have that choice at all.
It is shit, man. Beautiful. Seeded, of course. We don't do seedless. We don't do seedless. You got some mason jars already ready? That I can put this in? Yeah, come on, hand them to me right quick. I'm gonna cut these shits. Nah, this shit sliced right through though, like right through, right through.
Let's pause right here. And what makes it even worse is he doesn't want to be homeless and isolate by himself. Now he's got a woman with him, and now he's probably got her manipulated and her thinking this same type of Mother Earth, live off the land type of thinking. And not only is he going to ruin his own life, now he's going to bring someone else into his own foolishness.
There'll pretty much be maybe like a few people who can actually relate to me with this, but I honestly cannot imagine anything worse than working your average 9 to 5. You wake up every morning, drive to a depressing ass job, do some work literally no one cares about, and then collect your 80 or something $1,000 every single year. That doesn't even get you forward in life. I'm not joking here. I literally had nightmares about this as a kid, about living a life like this. Even homeless is better because at least you can actually do something and do whatever you want. You don't have money, but you got freedom. And you're 80K a year, 9 to 5. You neither have money nor freedom. It's pretty much the biggest bullshit ever.
This dude is literally whining and complaining and saying that if you have an $80,000 a year job, you have no type of freedom and you can't do anything. That sounds absolutely ridiculous. Number one, the average person doesn't even make $80,000. We're talking about the average person makes about $50,000 to $60,000. That's going to vary depending upon your race. Secondly, what's the point of having freedom if you have no money? You can't do anything. Everything in this world runs on money. So yeah, if I have all the time in the world to lounge around, but I can't do anything but sit in a tent or sit in the woods somewhere, is that really freedom? Again, I don't know why these guys, and it seems like it's a lot of younger dudes that don't want to hustle, don't want to grind, don't want to put in no work nowadays. I just don't get it. It's like they so easily tap out from society. And again, I understand life is hard. I'm not trying to sit here and say life is easy. Everyone is dealt a different hand, but I mean, you gotta fight. You gotta have some warrior spirit in you. Come on.
We not getting a job. It sound like y'all jealous because we found a way to make it work without a job, and you still gotta work a 9 to 5, pushing 40 hours plus a week. That's on you.
I think I can speak on this.
What we just saw there was mental illness. This brother is literally out in the wilderness in a tent talking about people with a 9 to 5 are jealous of him.
For obvious reasons. Yeah, okay. Granted, it's good that you think you made it out the system, the matrix, the remix, whatever the fuck you said. It's good that you feel like you made it out of that. That is amazing. But one thing I would never classify you as is homeless. I wouldn't classify you as homeless, honestly. And if you feel like you don't have to get a job, then, don't get one. You're grown. You're going to do what you want. And, there's that. But my problem is the whole homeless thing. And the fact that you said you said something about amenities. Some people can't handle this lifestyle and y'all can't do this and it's hard to do it and this, that. First things first, I wouldn't consider you homeless. I wouldn't even consider you without a home. I would consider the fact that you live in a tent. There's that. I wouldn't classify myself as homeless if I have working power with a stove and a phone. With working Wi-Fi, apparently, and I eat every day, and I'm capable of saving money. So I would never consider you homeless because you're not. Yes, you don't have a home, but you have somewhere to live. Homeless people don't have those perks that you have. Evidently, you have some type of working Wi-Fi you're posting on social media. You have a stove. What homeless person you see with a stove? Like, I wouldn't consider you homeless. So, yeah. And you're
I think a lot of these guys, again, are cosplaying. They don't even really believe what they're saying. He definitely made a great point there. This gentleman, he's probably doing that for social media. Like I said, he probably has a TikTok and Instagram or something, and he's doing this for likes and views. And he's trying to use this social media and this homeless angle as a way to navigate actually having a 9 to 5. But what he doesn't realize, this is only going to be something short term. Again, living out in the woods in a tent, it's not something sustainable. And that's if he's really living out in the tent. He may be out there for an hour, break that tent down, and probably go back to his mama's basement.
So I wanted to actually get into, the factor of being homeless. I'm gonna give like a couple of accessories that you're gonna need whenever you're homeless, right? You're gonna need a bottle of deodorant. And I don't care how you get it, you need a bottle of deodorant. Not saying that I'm promoting stealing or anything. I'm just saying like you may find a bottle of deodorant. Honestly, when you were homeless, it's like it's so much stuff that you just see and you just be like, hold on, let me grab that real quick. But no, you need a bottle of deodorant. Definitely you need a toothbrush. You need some toothpaste. You need some baby wipes. You need some if you don't have baby wipes, just get paper towels. You definitely need a corner store that you can go to 24/7 or like a fast food restaurant to get Wi-Fi or whatever.
Now, while those things that he mentioned are important, I mean, if I was personally homeless, I would be trying to find some type of form of shelter, whether that's, I don't know, makeshift tent somewhere under some type of tunnel, somewhere that's safe, that's out the way from at least the elements, depending upon what type of climate you're in. I really wouldn't be too concerned with a toothbrush. I mean, if I'm homeless, brush my teeth. Look, that's the last of my priorities. Um, Fast food place, I guess that's convenient. I mean, but if you don't have any money, I mean, how are you going to purchase fast food? And Wi-Fi, I mean, you can always probably go to your local library and access the Wi-Fi. But for me, the most important thing would be some type of shelter. Again, I'm not saying that's to actually be an actual home, but it's some type of makeshift area that you have off the beaten path, so you can at least again have some type of basic space to yourself.
Homeless brothers, we get a lot of comments saying, oh, you guys are stupid. In reality, we were top of our class, all A's in high school. It was pretty easy. Amazing ASVAB scores, amazing SAT scores. But when it came down to it, I'm smart enough to see that anything in the middle, anyone who's a wagey and works every day, that's the worst possible life to live. I'd rather be at the very bottom and be homeless, or be at the very top than anything in the middle. Too much stress, and it's just not worth it. I'm sorry.
So basically, he's lazy. He doesn't want to grind. He's saying that him and his brother are intellectually gifted. They've scored high on standardized tests. They've done well in the classroom. And his only two options in life is whether be at the top or be at the bottom. And he chose the bottom. I mean, this is what you call someone that's smart but dumb at the same time.
Look at like a homeless person and be like, damn, bro, I wonder how you got in position. Because, you know, some people are homeless because they just can't make it in life. They couldn't afford it. Then you got people on the other hand who's homeless by choice, bro. And for those who homeless by choice, my theory is they tried it, bro. They tried the 9 to 5. They tried the legal way. They tried the illegal way of making money. They tried all the options out there. They even tried to be entrepreneurs. And they was like, you know what? It ain't worth it. This life shit ain't it. It ain't it. And they just became homeless. That's my theory. I really believe they did that. I said it because, like, you ever try to offer a homeless person money and they be like, oh, no, young blood, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm going to be all right. Bro, it's $20. Bro, you homeless. You need this to eat, bro. You trying to tell me you too good for this 20? Like, I always thought of why they say no. It's because they got money. They just choose not to live life like us, bro. They just in a whole different world, a whole different realm, a whole different space. Like, I swear they in the future. We try and play catch up. Just gonna get 3 more seconds.
I definitely don't think they're in the future, and I definitely don't think we need to catch up. One thing that's not spoken about with homelessness is the mental illness component. A lot of them, have some type of addiction, whether it be drugs, whether it be drinking, and a lot of them are not in their proper frame of mind.
What if he wants to move in after dating less than a month? Ma'am, run.
Run real fast. That's a telltale sign that man is either on a run, but more than likely he's homeless, sis.
Oh, Jesus Christmas. If you guys learn anything from my page, it is learning how to vet fast and quick. When you see the flags, stop ignoring the flags. I don't need you guys ignoring flags, then coming to my page 6-7 months down the line, talk about men ain't this, men are trash, men ain't this, men ain't that. Nope. The fact that he wants to move in so quick, oh, Jesus Christmas, shows me so much about him. Oh, my head hurts. My head hurts. Ladies, every girl that's going to hit this comment is going to say, girl, why did you see this? What's this? Red flag? Yeah, because they're right. And you're going to sit here and ask me a follow-up? Ma'am.
No grown man should be moving into anywhere with a woman. You should not, if you're a grown man, you should not be moving into a woman's place, especially a woman that you've known shortly after a month. If your life is in that type of shambles, the last thing you need to do is be interacting with women. You need to be taking that time and energy on focusing on building your life up and becoming stable before you're dating. But let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about men, especially these younger men, giving up on life, tapping out, and rather in choosing homelessness than wanting to put an honest day's work in? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.